Hey, hey, and welcome to Breaking Bread, hosted by me, Crunk Chocolate. Whenever Manchester City has a upcoming match, I will be here having a wonderful conversation with the quote unquote enemy. Shout out to everybody on Patreon enjoying this. For $6 a month, you can get so much content, an extra 3 or 4 episodes a week, premium content only for you Patreon members. And for the next couple of weeks, we're offering 55%. Because what's better than 50, half off? 55%. Offering 55% off the first month and the $6 tier. And then you'll enjoy it so much. You go, all right, $6. I can make coffee at home one day of the month instead of going out to my favorite coffee spot. Or I don't need that extra pint. I can just have a beer at home. We appreciate it. And we got some matches today this week. Actually, it's kind of hilarious. Manchester City overall, they're hanging out. It's a Liverpool focused weekend. City men play Liverpool, City women play Everton. We are here to talk about City versus some Toffees. Um, we've had him on before. It's very good to reconnect with him, our good friend. Shout out to everything. I'm trying to pull up the display names. There we go. There we go. And I'll shout out to you because there's live television happening right now that all of England is locked in for, and this man is missing it right now to talk some footy with me. I appreciate him. So Shady Gang, give it up to him double time. How's it going, Peter? Appreciate you.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, as you say, I'm missing the Traitors final as we're recording this, but I'll be catching up when we finish. But yeah, could be doing better if Everton started winning some football matches. But other than that, can't complain.
Well, I'll be honest. I do not hope that it starts this weekend, but after that, once that happens, go ahead, knock yourselves out. Just start going crazy with the wins. Um, we will skip the first overrated, underrated, and we'll just get straight into the transfers. Naturally, the person I am most interested in is our girl Ruby Mace. I know technically you got her from Leicester City, but she left City to Leicester City. Really wanted to be able to make her own, be able to get a call up to the Lionesses, and she is getting the attention because of the moves that she's been able to make. Naturally, Mas Pacheco, big fan of her, and uh, yeah, just let me. And you don't obviously have to go through all of the transfers. I guess what were some
A
of the
few.
transfers that I guess were the most important to the roster and like would the ones who were most beneficial, like the best one, not best. Sorry, don't want to use that word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think first of all, Rumi Mace. I think she signed for a big transfer fee, record signing for us. I think there's a lot of pressure on her. She's
Mm,
still obviously only very young as well, still very
mhm,
young, but I think just from seeing how she performs, she's full of class. She's got so much confidence in possession. She's obviously got the physical attributes as well, very strong on the ball. It's been a bit of a tough, bit of a baptism of fire, if you like, for a lot of the new signings, because I think with the injury problems that we've had, a lot of players have been sort of thrown in at the deep end. Ruby is
mm,
one of the players who's really stepped up even through a bad time. She's played in numerous positions against Villa at the weekend. She played almost as like a third centre half and
oh,
was absolutely brilliant there. Really dominated there. She was able to carry the ball out from defence as well, which is something that we've really been begging for, to be honest with you. Someone who's confident on the ball to actually progress with the ball from deep. Um, it was unfortunate for her against Villa, to be honest, because I think it was probably her best performance of the season. But then she was really unlucky to score her own goal in the second half. But you couldn't take anything away from her overall performance. She's been fantastic. Another player you mentioned there, Mas Pacheco, probably one of my players of the season so far. Had a
good job.
really incredible start to the season against Liverpool. Got 2 assists. really hit the ground running. She's got some tough competition at left back with Hikaru Kitagawa, who we signed in the summer as well, Japanese international, quality left back. She's had a few problems with injuries since she's arrived. I think we signed her knowing that she was going to have a bit of an issue, but it was too good an opportunity to turn down because she's full of class. The issue for me would be how do you get both of them, both her and Maz, playing in the same side, because they are both natural left backs. But I just think that Maz just offers so much that, you know, in terms of her crossing ability, in terms of her tenacity, in terms of her fight on the pitch and her leadership. I think that when she's not there, we miss her. So I think it's trying to get the balance right, you know. But yeah, I've a lot of the players that we signed in the summer were younger players, a lot of players who were coming into the league for the first time. Rosa Van Gool, another one, who had a really strong game against Villa as well. But Rosa is a Dutch under-23 international, came over from Ajax. Really, she's got everything that you want from a midfielder. I'd like to see her add some goals, although she's looking like what one's coming soon. I think that she is that type of player who can get into really good positions and be a goal threat as well as someone who's class on the ball. But I think the standout for me overall, Ornella Vignola. She scored a hat-trick on her debut at Anfield, scored again against Leicester away, had a really good game last week as well, set up Kelly Gargo's equaliser in the last minute of the game. I think Ornella is the player who for me stands out as someone who's going to be top class and still only so young as well.
Yeah, and I see Kitty's startup. I forgot she's doing a loan with y'all, right?
Yeah.
How is she? Has she been able to get any playing time?
No, not yet. I mean, to be honest, when she came in, Courtney Brosnan's obviously our number one. She unfortunately got injured in I think it was the second home game of the season. I think it was against London City Lionesses. She got injured. So Emily Ramsey stepped in. Now, Emily is actually a really good goalkeeper. She's just been so unlucky over the last few years with injuries and the form of Courtney Brosnan. So I think Emily, rightly has kept her place, if you like, as number two. But having said that, we're not really too sure where Courtney's at the moment. I think she's got an issue with her knee. I don't think it's the dreaded three letters that we all fear so much, the ACL. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of an MCL, but it's certainly an injury which is going to keep it out for some time. So I'm sure there'll be chances for Emily startup as well.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to management, because that has been a very interesting conversation for a lot of the clubs in the WSL. And I mean, Everton have been running with the same manager for a few seasons, and it's one of those things, sometimes, well, I guess you have to figure out, if you get rid of a manager, is it like worth it? Because I feel like a lot of people move on from a manager and they end up in the same spot, or some cases even in worse spots. So Sorsen, I mean, you're not in relegation area. I do think Liverpool and West Ham and Leicester City are worse than you. Aston Villa also very inconsistent. But then once you get to that like top half of the WSL, it is pretty tough. So how has what's his first name? Sorensen. Brian, that's what. Yeah. How has Brian Sorensen done this season, and what style of football or like have you guys been playing? Like, what should we expect to see this weekend?
Well, I don't like being too harsh. I really don't. I actually really like Brian as a person. I think he's a really, really nice fella. He's been really good to us as well, the supporters club. He's been really, since he's arrived at the club, he's really embraced Everton Football Club. He goes to watch the men's matches when the women aren't playing as well. He's got a season ticket. He's obviously got his family here. I want to see him do well. I think his biggest problem is stubbornness when it comes to his formation and his selections. I think he's got issues when it comes to actually changing things up. I think if you ask any Evertonian, we're kind of getting so frustrated this season with the amount of time we're wasting passing the ball around at the back.
Mm.
We're just basically passing it aimlessly with no real intent or, no real drive to get forward and put the opposition under pressure. I think that was kind of the point I was making about Ruby Mace. I think her dropping in to that centre half role last week really helped us because it meant that we had someone who was able to carry the ball forward and actually start the attack from deep, which is something we haven't really had this season. So I think he's trying his best to try and chop and change things. He's not been helped by injuries, granted, because I think the injuries have really, really hampered us. But I think